Alright guys, we are gonna be reacting to why it takes 2 months break from marriage and instantly regrets it. Thank you so much for the support, guys. We're gonna keep reacting to a lot of these, crazy witches. Make sure you guys subscribe. Let's jump in, guys.
Am I the asshole for falling out of love with my wife after she took a 7-week vacation?
Damn, wow.
I felt a sense of betrayal that my wife had actually gone through with the 7-week vacation. She apologized for taking the 7-week vacation and asked if there was anything we could do to fix it.
That's it.
I told her no. We pretty much went through the motions the next couple of weeks before I finally decided that I wanted a divorce. She seemed devastated when I brought up divorce.
Who knew taking a 2-month break from your marriage because you wanted to go on girls' trips would lead to your husband divorcing you?
Am I the asshole for falling out of love with my wife after she took a 7-week vacation?
Oh.
I, 32 male, have been married to my wife, 30 female, for 4 years, and we've been together for 8. She's a stay-at-home mom. We have Irish twins, 1 female, 2 male, which have been incredibly taxing for my wife. She wanted a solo vacation break for a few weeks where she would travel to different states.
Translation: I was chatting with somebody online while you were working, and I want to meet up that person. If it does well, I will leave your ass.
Visit her high school and college friends, go to
Exactly.
concerts, and do a
What did I tell you? That's what it is.
lot of fun stuff. She asked if I would be okay with it. I asked if she could make it a couple of weeks shorter, because 7 weeks of managing our 2 children alone sounded really daunting, especially since work was also getting taxing recently. I do work remote, so at least that worked in my favor. I felt a sense of betrayal that my wife had actually gone through with the 7-week vacation. I slowly fell out of love with my wife. When she came back from her vacation, she was super refreshed and recharged, but to be honest, I was a bit indifferent. My wife tried to initiate sex the first night she came back.
That's guilt.
Which I rejected.
Oh.
So that means just guilt. So she already have sex with her new guy, right? And then to make sure that the husband cannot notice, right? So she's now implementing sex to drag him in. But he can smell that something's not right, right? He can smell that somebody has pee in the room.
Because I said I wasn't feeling it.
She really thought she could just walk back in, jump on the bed, and he would pretend like everything was back to normal. There is nothing normal about a 2-month vacation, and I'm willing to bet she cheated during it.
Yeah, of course.
Subsequent days, I had the same level of indifference in our day-to-day life, and she probably noticed it, but didn't say anything. A week later, she asked me why I was acting like this, and I told her I don't love her anymore.
Ooh.
Wow. She apologized for taking the 7-week vacation and asked if there was anything we could do to fix it.
Nope.
I told her no. We pretty much went through the motions the next couple of weeks before I finally decided that I wanted a divorce. She seemed devastated when I brought up divorce, which surprised me because I had already told her I don't love her anymore. She asked if we could do couples therapy or marriage counseling first.
So the couple therapy is what it's going to do is what? You're the man's fault. It's your fault. The marriage counseling, hey man, you have to work. Just basically you have to give her a chance. She needed the break. All this BS, right?
Before I started looking for a divorce lawyer, and I told her I needed some time to think about it. I've spent a few days thinking about it, and I'm still leaning towards divorce because I basically don't love my wife anymore. I don't think marriage counseling can fix it. So, am I the asshole for falling out of love with my wife because she took a 7-week vacation?
That's betrayal.
I don't think so. I mean, you feel however you feel, right? Like, I think that it wasn't just about the vacation. It was also about like her needing that much time away from him and away from their kids and away from their life. Like 7 weeks is a lot. That is that is crazy, dude. What is that? Just under 2 months?
It's basically 2 months.
That is an insanely, like, I don't know how you can. I've been on vacation like work trip for like 6 days now. I can't wait to get home to my boyfriend. Like, I cannot wait.
It's because it wasn't a vacation. It was her attempt at reliving her younger days.
Yeah, because he married her very late. Not only that, she wanted to just hang out with her ex-classmates. and meeting her ex classmates is gonna just, rough some feather with some people, some emotional and some weird dynamics where you're gonna see her just cheating. And she needed that. She needed that. The thing is that she probably was talking with some of her friends, and they told him, "Hey, just do that. I did it with mine, and it worked."
Which more than likely involved finding herself, which means sleeping around and then settling back down.
Yep.
In this case, going back to her husband 2 months later,
Yep.
acting like nothing happened. He did the right thing, and it's sad he's even second-guessing his decision, wondering if he's the one who did something wrong.
Not only that, it seems like as well that she was ignoring his text, or she was very cold with him. That would be a very interesting detail. How was her doing the phone interaction, the texting? Like, she was mostly probably ignoring his text. Was her ignoring her text, or every time that we'll talk on the phone, it would be like 5-minute talk, and then by 7 p.m. 8 p.m. she would probably say, I'm kind of tired, I'm gonna go back to sleep. And he knowing in his guts that was not probably the case. Imagine that constantly for weeks. Like he said, like, bro, no, she's cheating with me. She's cheating with somebody else.
So I've been made aware that the last couple of weeks that the males have hated my video that I was talking about my breakup, and I was saying I broke up with my boyfriend, but he was a good guy, treated me well, but he was not my husband, so we broke up.
And Eve said, yeah, it's just not enough, is it?
They had a problem with that because basically what they're saying is good enough should be good enough. But let me tell you one thing, good enough was never good enough for me.
A lot about women. I think I learned exactly how the fall of man occurred in the Garden of Eden. Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eden, and Adam said one day, wow, Eve, here we are, at one with nature, at one with God. We'll never age, we'll never die. And all our dreams come true the instant that we have them. And Eve said, yeah, it's just not enough, is it?
No one talks about divorcing a good guy. I've been
I remember
divorced
this
twice,
video.
both of which were my decision, and neither one of them were abusing me or cheating on me. That doesn't mean there wasn't a pile of other reasons as to why we couldn't maintain a healthy relationship. You deserve to be happy. And I'm proud of you for taking responsibility for your happiness and doing something about it. So stop beating yourself up.
That's basically her projecting her own self conversation.
No, that's not funny.
I was just waiting for more.
Nah.
Well, that was kind of his point.
Oh, she got destroyed. She got destroyed, bro. She got destroyed that small back and forward.
That's kind of what he was saying. I mean,
They say and do things like this, and then wonder why men are avoiding them. Why would any man put himself at the mercy of your good enough, not good enough mindset? That will only lead him to his own demise.
So there's a stat on Facebook, and basically it says, men are not obsessed with women like they used to be. Y'all don't find that kind of weird? And to be honest, no, I don't find that kind of weird, because what exactly is there for men to be obsessed with in today's world? Women have left no room for imagination, none whatsoever. It's like y'all sense of entitlement is out of control. Y'all expectations are unrealistic. Y'all walk around showing y'all bodies half dressed, half exposed 24/7, out smoking, drinking, partying 24/7, on the scene 24/7. A lot of y'all are not even coming with nothing to the table because you're too busy with your hand out trying to see what man got the next bag so he can sponsor your lifestyle to make you look like you're living a lifestyle to post on the internet. It's like a lot of y'all don't have common sense. A lot of y'all don't know how to hold a conversation. A lot of y'all don't have no originality about yourselves. Everybody is getting the same body. Everybody is getting the same hairstyle. Everybody looks the exact same. And it's like y'all get that confused. Oh, well, men like that. No, men will that. But men are not wifing that, and they're not cuffing that. And I think y'all are starting to realize that. And then the first thing y'all want to say is, oh, well, they're gay, they're sassy. No, they're not. They're just tired of what you guys are presenting. And if y'all are here to give them free looks and free everything they ain't got to work for, why would they? But they're never going to take you serious. So it seems to me like a lot of y'all are now starting to realize that you're either losing value or have lost value from chasing attention. And now that's something that y'all got to deal with, and y'all can't face that fact. Men love women that are exclusive, women that are put up, women that every man can say he had or can have. Simple as that.
So I'm thinking about going
I don't
to
know about that, guys. It's like the right message from the wrong person kind of thing. I don't know. That was kind of weird. I don't know, guys.
I'm gonna go to Miami.
For what reason?
Just to go to Miami.
If you're gonna break up with me, just break up with me.
I thought my relationship was cool. My girl decided to go on like a little trip with the girls, and I was cool with that. Till she chose Miami. Now she's on a yacht. $1 million. And she hasn't responded for 2 days.
Yeah, that's what happened to the last guy.
I think I'm single.
That's so literally what happened with that first guy. You know, she went there, ghosted him. Probably the texts were very short. The conversation on the phone was very short. And you start getting that feeling in you, right? Something's not right. And you know what? That's your gut telling you, hey, bro, something's not right.
The men that actually care about emotional connection.
Well, the first place that some women should look that are actually asking that question would be the friend zone. You know, that place that a lot of women put men that actually show them kindness, consideration, and understanding. Try looking there first.
Like, where are the men that actually want to build something with their person?
And the second place that some of these men will be found will be sitting quietly in their homes, enjoying the peace and tranquility that comes with being single.
Like, where?
You know where they are.
Where are they?
One's not going to find them up there.
Because I don't understand. I don't understand it. It's just like that's long gone. Emotional, spiritual, and mental connection is completely gone, apparently.
No, it's not. But a lot of women forget that part of actually finding that connection would involve listening to their partner, not just their partner having to listen to them.
And all they really care about is physical attraction and gaining physical attention. So
that might be in large part due to a lot of women only being focused on a man's finances.
I don't know what kind of world we're living in, but honestly, if someone is not willing to connect on a mental, spiritual level, like, it's just not happening. I'm sorry.
We are living in the kind of world that modern feminism has created.
When do you think you're gonna hit your wall realistically?
I literally have glowed up every single year. Like every month I get hotter, so I don't believe in a wall. I think that's probably like 55.
What do you mean wall?
It's all
Explain
mentality.
55 meaning that's the guy that I'm currently looking. That's the guy that I'm currently looking, in my opinion. That's what she's saying. 55 meaning that's the guy that she wants.
Like unfortunately, like when you're hot, you get so much more power. It sucks, but it's the truth.
Wall as in fertility window dies down, your looks fade, stuff like that.
Okay, I feel like 37, almost 40. I feel like the stigma is like 30. It's like when girls are supposed to be like, like you have to settle down.
Like I don't base my worth on my fertility, so I think that probably.
But it's not you. See, this is where they get wrong. It's not you who determines that. It's man that wants to determines that. See, this is where they're confusing them. You can think that by 100 years you're gonna look like a model, like a supermodel. That's fine, but we determine that. It's men that want to determine that. You guys have no space on this. You guys have your opinion about whether or not your worth is high or low. It has nothing to do with how we perceive your value. Nothing. And this is, I think the red pill actually has failed to understand this. When they say this, I'm a 10, I'm 11, you have to shut them down that, you know what, even though you think I'm 10, it matters nothing to us because we're the one to determine the value, not you. Simple as that. That's it. End the conversation because it's the reality. We're the one that buy the product, not them. They're selling it. If you want to sell yourself as a 100 years old, beautiful girl, supposedly, good luck, but it doesn't work like that.
Even 70.
One could argue that a woman's most prized possession is her ability to reproduce, though.
Because I have a successful job in the business intelligence industry and I make my own money and my happiness doesn't stem from having
So
children.
you became the guy that she was attracted to.
These are the lies they tell themselves on a daily basis. Yet without fail, we see videos from older women who said these same things at their age. But now that they're at the end of their fertility window or past it, they say they regret not having kids and that the boss babe delusion was all a lie.
What do I need a man for?
What do I need a man for? I've written a few things here that you need men for. Pause to read. If you lived in a hut outside in nature, you would not be asking that question. You would see every day. You would say, "What do I need men for? To keep threats away, to keep me safe." They go hunting. They bring back food. They provide. They protect. That's what you needed men for back then. And ever since then, men have worked their asses off on railroads and in coal mines and going to war. And they created civilization, which is way better than that hut. And just recently, you've started to say that it's not fair that men have more of the wealth than you. You want to make the same, but then you also want men to pay. So now we have this fake, fictional situation where you think you're doing this yourself, you think you got up here on your own. But this is really what it comes from. There are men today still overwhelmingly making all these things available for you. You mostly have comfy office jobs. But since you believe that you're doing this all yourself because you can't see what men are doing, you're treating most of them as unneeded. Like this, you're saying, "What do we need men for? They're not needed." Even though they are still doing all of this and they're not getting very much for it. So now we have a situation where more and more women think that being a product manager is where all of this comes from, and men are dropping out because there's nothing in it for them. If you don't want a man in your life, that's up to you. But if you don't recognize that this is the situation we're living in, then we're all just in a lot of trouble.
If you enjoyed this video, I promise you will love this.
That was a good video, man. Very good video. I love the Modern King, man. He has great videos. Let me know what you guys think, guys. I will see you next one.